How crucial are social relationships to our well-being? A question that finds its answer not only in philosophy, but also in hard science. Social relationships play a pivotal role in our physical and mental health. Research has shown that individuals with strong social bonds have better health, are less likely to fall ill, and recover faster from illnesses compared to those with weaker social ties. But why are social relationships so important? And how do they influence our well-being? These connections offer a broad range of health benefits. They shield us from physical and mental illnesses and hasten recovery when we do fall ill. On the flip side, when social relationships are weak or strained, it can lead to or worsen feelings of loneliness, a subjective experience that can breed unhappiness and a sense of isolation. As it turns out, being socially connected isn't just about feeling good, it's about staying healthy. But what happens when these social relationships are missing or strained? We find ourselves confronting loneliness, a subjective feeling that can bring about unhappiness, a sense of isolation, and a deep longing for human connection. It's not merely about physical isolation. Loneliness can creep in even when surrounded by others. Both the quantity and quality of our social relationships are pivotal in understanding and addressing loneliness. Research has unveiled serious health risks associated with loneliness. Those who experience loneliness are more likely to face high blood pressure, cardiovascular diseases, and even premature mortality. In stark contrast, individuals with strong social bonds have a lower risk of mental disorders and mortality. Loneliness is a silent epidemic that's not just about feeling blue. It's a matter of life and death. It's a hidden danger that lurks in the shadows, silently chipping away at our health and well-being. Loneliness doesn't just hurt, it can be hazardous to our health. In a rapidly changing world, what happens to our social relationships? Over the years, our social ties have evolved significantly. Influenced by shifting family structures, technological advancements such as social media, and changing work arrangements, these factors have reshaped both the structure and function of our social relationships. Family structures have transformed, with more diverse models emerging, influencing the dynamics of our relationships. Technological advancements, meanwhile, have revolutionized how we interact. Social media platforms have broadened our social networks, but they've also raised questions about the quality of these digital connections. Changes in work arrangements, including flexible schedules and the rise of remote work, have altered how we socialize. They've redefined the boundaries between professional and personal life, affecting our relationships in the process. These changes have an impact on both the quantity and quality of our relationships, the structural and functional dimensions, respectively. So, as our world changes, it's crucial that we adapt and nurture our social relationships. Are social isolation and loneliness the same thing? It's a question that many of us ponder. The answer is no, they're not. Social isolation refers to the objective state of being alone, devoid of contact with others. It's a physical reality that can be measured. How many people do you interact with? On the other hand, loneliness is a subjective feeling, an emotional response to perceived isolation. It's about how you feel about the social contacts you have, or perhaps don't have. Interestingly, it's entirely possible to be in a state of social isolation, but not feel lonely. Some individuals may prefer solitude, finding peace and contentment in their own company. Conversely, one can be surrounded by others, yet feel deeply lonely, craving meaningful connections that seem elusive. Whether it's social isolation or loneliness, the key is to recognize the importance of social relationships in our lives and strive to cultivate them.